Welcome to NBA Nerd Highlights, where instead of fast break dunks and ankle breakers, we focus on the nerdier stuff. The high IQ passes, defensive rotations, beautiful set plays. Let's start it off with the Nuggets, going quick here, and as Peyton Watson swings this to Jokic, Bruce Brown sets this flare screen for Watson and makes great contact on the screen. So Tyler Kolek thinks he needs to switch on to Watson, but that screen leaves McHale in a really bad position, and Brown can just slip to the rim for a layup. This is a super popular concept across the NBA, but the Nuggets especially run it a ton. They scored off it again 2 minutes later, and we'll see more of that same play later in the video too. Cade Cunningham's been incredible on defense this season. He pokes this away to stop the initial drive, but Brown won't give up, so Cade has to cut him off again, now cuts him off the other way, so Brown spins off it, and Jalen's looking to create contact here. So Cade ducks out of the way, and this is kind of an awkward shot now for JB when he didn't get the contact he thought he would, but just an awesome overall possession by Cade. Wow. All right, this one doesn't even look real to me. So Grayson gets on top of this screen and forces Assar baseline, and Assar's looking at Cade the whole time here. He brings his left hand up to throw it to him, but he's actually flicking it to the corner. How did he? Well, that is very cool and very satisfying. Duncan Robinson finishes this one off, but great pass by Assar there. Keon Ellis just got traded. Let's look at two of my favorite plays from him this season. On this one, he's a little bit too aggressive on the perimeter, and Wiggins looks like he should have a clean driving lane, but watch Keon sprint back in front of the ball, but now he's all twisted around, not in a good position at all, but he's so flexible, he can just plant his left foot, flip his hips around, and swipe down on the ball. That is insane, and we'll see more of that mobility here where he looks like he could play corner in the NFL, running, then flipping into a back pedal, flipping back again, and now he stunts at GG Jackson, and he's really baiting a pass to Coward here so he can steal it, but Spencer hits GG, and Keon follows the ball with his eyes here while closing this space and times up a perfect swipe. He is such a fun defender to watch. Excited to see him in Cleveland. All right, this is great offense versus great defense. So Melo comes off this zoom action and gets two on the ball. He wants the roll, but the Clippers do a nice job to take it away with those high hands. So Melo just swings it, and as Josh Green drives, Zoo sinks down to help. Harden stays on the big, and there's a 2-on-1 here. So Josh Green winds up to hit the corner, but actually finds the wing. That is a disgusting pass, but now Chris Dunn takes away the one more and contests Miller, who now passes to Melo, who can attack and get it back to Brandon. And man, that is a lot of basketball in one possession, and I didn't even mention the first action. I started with the second one, and my brain hurts a little bit. Let's cool the brain down with a simpler one. The Knicks on the break here. Shot goes up, and look at the long strides from Cat on the crash. He jumps for it and sees Bridges out of his peripheral vision right here, I think, and then goes with the behind the head assist for the layup. Okay, Cat. This Pistons-Rockets game was a full-on fist fight, and there's some sloppiness on the break here, but now Duren goes with the pump fake to get by Şengün, but Jabari rotates over to glass that, and now on the loose ball, Şengün's trying to pick this up before Duren can dive on it, so Alp rips it away from him, but Assar's waiting right there and takes it back from him, and now finds Duncan Robinson, who does not miss these, and that might be the perfect possession to summarize those two teams. Okay, this one needs some context. So the Thunder love this play for Chet. It's this low down screen by Hartenstein to get Chet a deep catch and usually a short jumper, and ironically this is called a Thunder screen. He gets that one to go over Cornette there, but right here the Nuggets know this play is coming, so watch Hardaway staying attached on top of Chet, and so Chet decides, okay, I'll go underneath here, so Jokic switches onto him. Now Hardaway switches back onto him, and Chet, you are not catching this ball, my friend. And now the Thunder are trying to get into other stuff, but this ended up in a turnover, so great awareness of the play by the Nuggets there. I love it. Colin Gillespie had a game against the Blazers. He goes with his little half spin on the baseline and drops a dime to Oso, but that's not even the highlight, because as he gets back, he throws his hands up here, not even looking at the ball, and gets the deflection and the steal for my young defenders out there. Put those hands up. Listen to the coaches. If it works for Colin, it can work for you too. And of course, he just dribbled this out into a wide open three. This Gillespie game may live in Blazers fans' nightmares forever. Really nice set from Charlotte here. They loop Sion James around this screen and throw it to to him and then immediately runs Sexton off this back screen. You can see Jamal Murray's distracted by that action, and Con Knippel's already sprinting up to receive a pin down, and he turns the corner and gets the layup to go. But we got to go back and just watch Peyton Watson. He starts the possession on Sexton, then gets nailed by a back screen, and before he even realizes he's switching on to Kalkbrenner, it's time for him to switch on to Con. That is just so much action to guard, and it's great timing by the Hornets. Semi-transition here, Jokic screens for Watson, and Chet doesn't want to switch off Jokic, so Watson's open on the cut, and Shai comes from the corner to swat this. That's an awesome block. He falls down pretty hard there, and that ball's heading out of bounds, so Kaysen jumps to save it and throws it to SGA, who's on his back. That is incredible. That's the most OKC thing I've ever seen, I think. We got a classic Spain pick and roll here with Wells as the back screener, and he gets a nice connection on that screen, so Landale's roll should be open, except Alexander Walker helps off the corner, and now Ja jumps in the air, looks corner, so Nikhil bites, and it's a dime for the layup, and mid-air passing manipulation will never not be on Nerd Highlights, just so everyone's aware. I love it so much. Nice ATO from the Lakers here, where Smart pitches to LeBron, entry to Luka, and Smart sets this flare for LeBron, and the defense switches, which means Tyson's out of position on Smart, so the dive to the rim is wide open, but Merrill helps on it and leaves LaRavia, who's coming off this exit screen, and LeBron can thread that pass through for a good look. But I'm not sure if all of this is designed or not, because I feel like if LaRavia just stays in this corner, Smart should have a layup on the slip, right? So is JJ drawing this up, trying to get LaRavia that corner three, or is Jake freelancing here and ending up with a good shot? I don't know. Let me know. This is great. End of the quarter here, trying to get a good shot, and the Thunder bring Strother into the action, and they get Shai the switch, but Shai knows the Nuggets aren't going to leave Strother on an island, and you can see him staring at Peyton Watson, waiting for him to send the double team, and of course Watson does, and Shai just burns it with an easy bounce pass. That's a great look for Wiggins, just missed it. But man, Shai is reading the game at a way higher level this season. That is awesome. Hornets running this 77 action here, and they clear out this corner so that Sexton can slip into it, and Penda's a little behind recovering to that slip, so the drive draws help, and Sexton fires a one-handed lefty skip pass. That is a beautiful pass, and Salon goes pass fake, one dribble step back. This guy has gotten so much better. Look out, NBA. I like this quick hitter from Memphis. It starts with a pin down for Gigi Jackson, and simultaneously Cam Spencer's sprinting up from the corner to set this ghost screen, and Randall and Jaden don't communicate a switch in time. Both guys go with the shooter, and Gigi punches this. So a regular highlight and a nerd highlight all in one possession. This was not great defense, to be fair, but I really do like the design there. Okay, Rockets coming down. They want to get KD on this post up, but Keldon comes over to discourage that pass, so Shepherd skips it, and Jabari can attack that closeout, draw help from Şengün's man, so Şengün dives and then makes this wild overhead kickout pass, and it's just a one more up to the sniper. That is team basketball there. That was beautiful. We will finish this off with a low light, where it's a sideline out of bounds play, and Precious Achua is wandering to the corner, and does he think he's on offense right now? Does he still think he's on the New York Knicks, maybe? I can't think of another reason to stand in the corner like this, but then he snaps out of it, gets in the play, and gets a contest and the stop, so no harm done. Maybe hiding defenders in the corner is the new strategy. I don't know. But that is going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave some nerd highlight timestamps of your own in the comment section so I can check them out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.